It's your boy Laggin24 coming at you with a Q&A video. Q&A standing for, of course, questions and answers. And you guys got questions. I've got the answers because the questions are about me and I just so happen to be me. So I should be able to answer these just fine. You guys ask questions on Twitter. You ask them on YouTube. So I grabbed about 20 of them. And I figure we'll just go over them, and hopefully I answer them as thorough as possible. We'll jump into the very first one. This one comes from Epic Noob. Asks, where do you peep your ass up in 1 year, biatch, in terms of YouTube? LOL. He's been messing around with that, what is it called? Oh, fuck, man. There's some, like, ghetto version of Google that I tweeted out the other night. We were all doing it, so apparently that's what this is. But in 1 year... we will be approaching Treyarch's newest game. And, of course, that'll have zombies, so I will be leading the charge for channels of my size for zombies. And hopefully I'll have doubled my sub count by next year. That's what I'm hoping for, somewhere in that 60,000, 75,000, hell, maybe even 100,000 range. I got plans for COD Ghosts. Don't worry about that, guys. I definitely have plans for the next year. We'll go over that later. But in a year, I see myself still doing YouTube, probably still have the same job, same house, same dog. Everything's going to be the same, hopefully. Hopefully there's some positive changes, you know. Always looking to grow both outside of YouTube and inside of YouTube. So we'll just see what happens in a year. But you'll probably get the same old lagging. Hopefully I can do a couple of things to switch it up. Well, we'll see. So good question. A year from now, check back with me. We'll see if I was right or wrong. Question number 2. This one comes from Danny on Twitter. He asks, which COD did you start playing zombies in, and do you think it will continue? Well, I started in Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 1 zombies was awesome, and that's why I fell in love with that. And then I went back and bought World at War, not for the multiplayer, but I bought it for the zombies, and I loved World at War, and that's where I really started getting passionate, because Black Ops 1 maps were fantastic, and they were so much fun. World at War maps, however, were really challenging, and I think that's where I started to increase my skill level at zombies, and really started to fall in love with it. Do I think it will continue? Absolutely, 100% yes, zombies will continue. We have not seen the end of zombies. I do believe we'll see a whole new 4 characters, and the end of Richtofen and those guys. I think that's pretty much wrapped up. But Treyarch would absolutely be insane if they didn't do another zombies on their next game. And I'm even going to go as far as to say they will absolutely do a standalone zombies game where it has nothing to do with multiplayer whatsoever. It's all about zombies, all about zombies, all about zombies. And they can do that anytime they want to. They don't need to wait for their turn. You know how it's Infinity Ward, and then it's Treyarch, and then Infinity Ward and Treyarch. They, at 6-7 months from now, can put out a standalone zombies game if they want to. It could be something you buy on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Store for $20. It could be nothing more than just kind of like a giant DLC, really. I just think that's coming. It would be silly if they didn't do it. And yes, it's going to continue. All right, the end with question 2. All right, question number 3 comes from, oh my God. All right, it was Mr. Awesome from Twitter. If you could have any zombie map designed, place, storyline, Easter egg, etc., what would you make? Man, I answered this one actually, I forget what challenge it was, but I was playing on Shinonuma, if I'm not mistaken. But it would be a pirate-themed zombie map. You would be on a giant pirate ship. And I mean fucking giant pirate ship, like 4 levels. The deck would have cannons that you could fire the cannons off, but only at certain points, because I think like maybe the boss round should be a giant kraken that comes out of the water, okay? And these tentacles are kind of trying to knock holes in the side of the boat and sweep the deck, and you got to fire some cannons during that boss round to get rid of them. I also think when the boss round happens, it'd be really cool if the atmosphere changed to like hurricane type conditions and the waves and the boat was rocking and really strong wind and rain. Of course, there'd be the plank. I think you'd put Juggernog out at the very end of the plank so you go out there and get Jug, but you got to be careful when you go out there because you don't want to get a bunch of zombies piled up on you and you got nowhere to go. I think that there should be some sort of dinghy or small boat where you can leave the main pirate ship and go to a small island where there will be plenty of traps and buried treasure, and I think we're going to find Pack-a-Punch over there by using a treasure map. Below deck, same thing, maybe some cannons down there. Your perks are going to be down there. Just some cool areas below deck. Go back up top again. There's going to be nets you can climb, ropes you can swing. You can climb all the way up to the crow's nest, which is the lookout spot, way at the top of the ship, and maybe zip line down to the bow of the ship. I think they should use old famous pirates as the characters for this map. That's my idea for a zombie map. Fingers crossed, maybe one day we'll see it. Let's move on to the next question. This one's going to be coming from Baseball for Life on Twitter again. Would you rather speak to animals or would you rather speak all the languages in the world? And this is a cool question. I like this one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say I'd like to speak to animals over all the languages in the world. And I just think if you can speak to animals, that's going to open up so many doors for you. It would be unreal. First of all, it'd be kind of hard to convince people that you could talk to animals, but once you started proving it, the sky's the limit. I mean, you can get, you can save all kind of animals. You can help scientists understand why animals do what they do. I just think there's going to be so much information gained from talking to animals that it will somehow benefit mankind in a major, major way. Not to mention, you'd probably be extremely rich if you could talk to animals. The money would flow in from all different, I mean, just use your imagination here. You would just get paid, fucking paid. You'd be on every show. You'd be helping every organization out there, scientist, government. You'd be getting paid. I'm going to go with the animals on this one. Good question. I like that one. All right, next question. This one comes from TK fan page. Yeah, a little Team Chaos there. Why do you like zombies so much? Man, my love for zombies started when I was really young and first saw Night of the Living Dead and loved the movie. Then, you know, I followed that up with plenty of other movies. And then I discovered video games that were zombie themed. And then I discovered everyone's love of Call of Duty on YouTube. And it just so happens that they have, you know, a zombie game mode. So it just kind of goes hand in hand. If you're going to start a YouTube channel for video games, you know, a lot of people they just love Call of Duty. They like to watch it. And my love of zombies plus the Call of Duty passion from the community, it was just a win-win. So that's why you see so much of it on my channel. But yeah, I love it in real life too. Movies, shows, books, you name it. I will watch it. I will read it. Zombies, zombies, zombies. Let's eat some brains. Go on to the next question. All right. So the next question comes from my boy Tartar Sauce here, another Twitter follower. What was your earliest / first gaming memory? All right, this one's cool, man. I'll always remember this. I'll remember it like it was yesterday. I must have been, I'm going to say like 9 or 10 years old, and my mother and father got divorced when I was really young, so I'd only see my mother on the weekends, every other weekend actually. So she had a lot of time to be sneaky, and so there was this one Christmas when I went over, when it was her turn to have us, and I went over to her house, and they turned the garage into a playroom for me and my sister. Like they put couches in there and an entertainment center and surround sound speakers, and we go in. Well, I don't guess they had surround sound speakers back then, but some sort of speaker system, and it was just for me and my sister. And we walk in, and there's this TV, there's a VCR, we got all kind of like Disney movies, and then boom, right there, the original NES console. I flipped my shit, man. So NES was Super Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt was my first ever gaming experience, and that's where I fell in love with it, man. I'm talking about Mario and Luigi, saving the princess, beating up Bowser for days. I love that shit. And then there was Duck Hunt, which had a gun that you would aim at the TV screen and shoot all these ducks. And that was kind of gay, but it was also kind of fun. So there you go. All right, we'll go to the next question. All right. This one comes from Martin, another regular on Twitter. Hey, so guys, if you're talking to me on Twitter, I do know who you guys are. Like, obviously, Martin and I talk a lot, so your question is on this Q&A. Let's go. At the beginning of the year, did you think that you would get to / surpass 24K subs this year? No, I did not. At the beginning of the year, I had 4,000 subscribers. I now have 24,000, knocking on the door of 25K, and there's no way I thought that. Chaos Silencer obviously is a huge reason for that. I've also been networking with some other people on Twitter that have YouTube channels around my size that I think that we're feeding off of each other quite well, so I'm getting subs that way. I've learned to now properly title my videos, use quotations in the correct spots. I've learned to put the proper tags down there, and a lot of my videos hit the YouTube search when you type in a keyword like dig weapons on Origins. My entire series is up there in front of everybody else's, and it's like that for several of my series. So people will type in how to find dig weapons, and then boom, all of my series is right there, and there's a good chance they're going to click on it, watch it, and sub. So proper titling, Chaos Silencer has helped. Other guys like the Jimbothy, OG X-Rays, Overt Flow. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, sorry. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of help along the way, and it's all about networking. I think that we're actually going to hit 30K before the end of the year. Let's hope for that. And we'll go over to the next question. All right, this one comes from Leonard, and she asked, I'm not sure, that's a hot avatar though. Why are you not doing face cam? I really enjoy them, and I think other people will too. By the way, I like your videos. Thank you. And well, I guess the main reason I haven't done a face cam is because up until recently I was using a computer with a horrible processor. I mean, it was taking hours to render a 20-minute video. And if you add a video file, or I'm sorry, a face cam file on top of a video file and an audio file, I just think those renders would take even longer at that point. That's why I have not been doing it, but I will have you know, Call of Duty Ghost is coming out. I'm going to be changing a couple things up on my channel. So, interesting question. I guess we'll see what happens pretty soon. All right, next question. I'm fucking stupid. Oh, look, we've got a question from a YouTuber. All right, this comes from Sam Trollston. Okay, so I should take this seriously because his name is Trollston. Q&A, why do you never show your face? Well, Sam, I'll have you know, if you follow me on Twitter and stop being so damn lazy, you'll see my pretty face every day. I post pictures of myself on Twitter pretty regularly, and if you'd like to, you can go back to October in my YouTube channel. Just go to videos, go back to October at some point. I did do a face cam one time, just messing around with my computer and checking out the webcam. It's pretty shitty, but if you want to see my face so bad, you can go see there. Or maybe you can just wait about a month and a half or so. All right, next question. Another YouTuber, I think, Delgado Pelican. That's kind of a cool name. Question and answer. Q&A, are you even going to read this? Yes, I am going to read this. And there you go. I really can't follow it up with anything. That's it. Yes, I've read it. That is it. Next question. What is my next question? Sorry, I'm pulling these up as we go. All right, this is Dead Mao 5 Johnny. I don't know. This is Johnny. 5 Johnny. Johnny 5. Q&A. How did you meet Chaos Silencer? All right, great. So, I got a Twitter account because my friends The Limited Skill and Swifty begged me to, and like I didn't have any idea what Twitter was about. I didn't think it would help grow my channel whatsoever, so I never bothered with it. But when I got it, I started following some YouTubers that I enjoyed, and Chaos Silencer is one of those guys. I actually subbed to his channel when he had around, I want to say 15 or 20,000 subs, and you know, I found out that he was the operations director for Yaush, and I was looking to get partnered around that time, and I had been working on my channel, and I had been trying to improve my commentary skills and all this stuff, so I started talking to him on Twitter a little bit, didn't just hit him up, hey, will you come check out my channel? I actually tried to get to know him on Twitter a little bit, talk to him, and got a handful of responses from him and became friendly with him. But it was actually through YouTube that I actually got him to come check out my channel. I messaged him, private messaged on YouTube, to which he actually responded and then hit me up on Twitter and let me know that a recruiter was coming to my channel to check me out. And then it was a couple months later when I noticed he started doing these Easter eggs, these throwback, and I think he was doing Modern Warfare 2 Easter eggs. So I said, hey man, I'm doing a lot of zombie stuff right now, and since you're doing this throwback Easter egg, how about I put together a zombie throwback Easter egg edition? You check it out. If you like it, feel free to use it. And really, guys, the rest is history. We formed a friendship since then. He is nice enough to let me put up any kind of zombie-related video that he thinks you guys will find interesting anytime I want. And we do a lot of stuff for each other outside of YouTube as well. And I consider him a friend and hope to get to meet him pretty soon. I know he travels to a lot of these events, and I'm definitely going to PAX East next year, and I might even be going to MLG Columbus. So I'm sure I'll meet him sooner or later. But yeah, he's a good internet buddy of mine, and I'm glad to see him doing so awesome on YouTube. It's really cool. Good question. Next question. All right, I just pulled the same one up. All right, next question. I should be a little more organized. This one comes from Tomahawk904. Question answer. Have you ever had a near-death situation? If so, please explain. No, I have not almost died or had one of those kind of things happen, but I'll tell you about the time that I was in the worst pain of my life. Keep in mind, I have broken bones. I have been in fights. I've been in car accidents. What I'm about to tell you was by far the worst pain I have ever been in. I was at the beach. I live on the ocean, so I used to surf all the time in my early teens, pretty much through my early 20s. Surfed all the time, and one day I was just going out, paddling out normal, and I stood up before I got too far because I wanted to adjust my leash. You strap your leash around your ankle, and when I did that, I stepped on a stingray, and that son of a bitch jabbed me right in my ankle. It felt like I imagined what fire would feel like. It traveled through my ankle all the way up to my thigh, and it was relentless. The pain was so intense. I had never felt anything like that. And I like to believe I have a high threshold for pain. So I got out of the water, went on the beach, and I tried to signal my buddy in who was surfing. And after about 5 minutes, he realized something was wrong. He came out the water, and you could see the barb was in there pretty deep. We couldn't get it out, and it was just an excruciating amount of pain. I said, dude, just take me home. And so he took me home, and I kind of was around the house, and I tried a lot of remedies around the house while I was in this pain. I tried cold water. I tried putting like Neosporin on it, like some antibacterial stuff. I tried a few things to get rid of the pain, and nothing was working whatsoever. And I know people down in the comment section are going to be like, you should have peed on it. That's for jellyfish. That's not for a stingray. But here's where it gets crazy. I go to the emergency room because the pain just keeps getting worse. And the doctor, once I get there, he's like, stingray? Okay, no problem. Let me get the barb out. And he got a little scalpel and a tweezer, made a slight incision, and then just tweezed them out and stopped the bleeding. And then the pain was still there. It was so intense. Apparently, like, the venom travels up, or the poison, whatever it is, travels up, and it stays in there. You know what he did to make the pain go away instantly? He put my foot, he put the wound in a bowl of hot water. The second the wound touched that hot water, it neutralized the venom and the pain. It was gone instantly. I took my foot out of the bowl of water and the pain would come back instantly. He said, what you got to do and what we're going to do, I'm going to leave you here for a couple hours, and the nurse will come in and she'll change the hot water every 10 minutes or so. And after about 2 hours, all of that venom will be gone. You'll be fine. And sure enough, after about 2 hours, I could take my foot out of the bowl and no pain anymore. And that was that. So if you ever get stung by a stingray, that's how you knock that shit out. Next, a question. This one comes from Sean Reddick. Are you going to play GTA 5? Yes, I am. I'm going to actually be buying it for the PlayStation 3. So you guys that have PlayStation 3 and are always mad at me when I announce my open lobbies on Twitter, you always get mad at me. Why don't you ever do it on PlayStation? Well, guys, this one's for you. I'll have GTA 5 on the PS3, and once multiplayer becomes available, I'll start doing some open lobbies in that. We'll have a good time. I will also be putting some of my GTA 5 gameplay on the YouTube, so you can look forward to that as well. Next question. Q&A, what was the first zombie map you ever played? Monday is your birthday. Now, I picked this one because it was your birthday, and you guys are actually going to be seeing this on Monday. So, Matthew S., happy birthday to you. I hope it's a good one, man. First zombie map I ever played was Kino der Toten. I couldn't even get out of the first room. I had no idea how to. I didn't understand anything. It took me 10, 15 tries to realize that I had to buy a door. I would go upstairs and I would never notice that first door you open at the top of the stairs, or the one down at the bottom. I'd never noticed that one either. I would always go up to those boxes that said you need power, and I would like shoot it, knife it. I was so confused. It was so bad. Thank God I've become better at zombies. But good question, and happy birthday, my man. All right, next one. Leah Murphy. Why is Laggin24X your name? All right. Growing up, I was late for everything that I ever did. And my best friend would always say, hey, come here and be here at this time. And not that I was rude or anything, but I was just late. I was always late. And he started calling me. He would tell me to get off the lag wagon. Man, get off the lag wagon. Hurry up. And then that transformed into, why are you always lagging? And then it just turned into, hey, what's up, Lags? Come on. So he started calling me Lags. And like Lags was a nickname. So I put Laggin as my YouTube name based on a real-life nickname. Now, the 24, at the time, my favorite show was 24. When I created this name, and this name has been gamer tag and internet name for a long, long time, way before YouTube. So the 24 was just based on a TV show I used to watch called 24, which is returning to Fox this fall. Fuck yes. So there you go. That's the answer to your question. Next question. Damn it. Yes, here we go. So Ballard, I don't know your name. All right, Q&A. Do you ever play with subs? Yes, I do. You have to follow me on Twitter if you want to play with me. I will announce when I'm playing. I will say send your invites. I'll list the account name. I'll tell you what console it's on. You guys send the invites. I pick a handful of you. We play. It's that easy. I can't come onto YouTube when I feel like playing and say, hey guys, I'm doing an open lobby, because it's not real time. I'll have to make a video, render it out, post it. I'm not doing all that. That's what Twitter's for. Come follow me on Twitter. You'll find a link below in the description. But I play with my subs at least once a week, every week. So a lot of people are like, why don't you ever play with your subs? Well, just come follow me on Twitter and you will see just how wrong you are. Next question. Why don't you live stream on Twitch and then upload it to YouTube? Now, this is a popular question. Plain and simple, Tommy, I don't have the internet for it. I have like one upload, 1 megabyte of upload, and like 20 down, maybe 30 down and one up. The up is what you need to do live streaming. I just don't have it. I do not want to upgrade my internet through my internet and cable provider because it's already expensive enough. I figure if I start generating more money on YouTube, I will put it towards that. But that's not happening quite yet. I am making money on YouTube, and I buy video games with it. I buy recording equipment with it. I bought a computer with it. So I am putting it back. Anything I make on YouTube, I put it back. But I'm not quite ready to up my cable bill yet until I consistently see what I can make per month on YouTube. But once I up it, I would love to live stream. It would be so much easier on me and you guys. So I think that's something we'll do in the future, just not quite yet. All right, good question. And we're going to do another question here. I think there's like one more. Hang on. Excuse me. Throat hurts because I've been yelling at the TV all day because the goddamn Giants lost to the Denver Broncos. It pisses me off. All right, Grim. Grim is the next question, Q&A. What's your favorite game series other than COD? All right, so I love any kind of open world game. So your GTAs, your Far Cry, this game you're watching right here, State of Decay. If it's open world and I can just roam around and craft things and upgrade a skill tree and kill hookers and crash vehicles, I absolutely love that shit. So those are some of my favorite game series. Now, other than that, biggest fan of Resident Evil ever. Love that shit. I've played them all. I've played them all multiple times. God, my throat is killing me right now. I'm trying to do a commentary, guys. I'm really sorry. I got something to drink here, though, and I'm going to drink it. Ah, God. Ah. All right, sorry. All right, so yeah, so Resident Evil, love that series. And it's kind of evolved over the years from survival horror to more or less now like an action shooter. But I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. It's still a great game. Other games that I like are, I'm just trying to think. There's some ones that I've just loved over the years, and I'm just what did we say? Far Cry series, and we said obviously Call of Duty's good shit. Resident Evil. Now I'm just repeating myself slowly, it would appear. All right, so that's it. We'll just move on. So now I got 2 questions that are like just huge repeat questions. So the first one is like, where do I work? Well, I'm not going to tell you the name of my job, but I'll tell you what I do, and I've mentioned this several times, but this was asked a bunch again. I do audio, visual, and IT for a living. So IT is information technology. Audio visual stands for audio visual. So we call it AV. And I work for a resort, and we have clients that come in that want to have these huge-ass meetings with all of their employees, and I supply them with screens and lighting and projectors and speakers and microphones and wow, you name it. I'll tech shows. I don't know. I do it all. I'm a jack of all trades when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I'm the assistant director, so second in charge, and that's pretty good. The IT part of the job is a very small part of the job. Mostly internal stuff, some internet boring stuff, printers, fax machines, phone lines. That's kind of boring stuff. But the audio-visual part is really exciting. It's really cool, and these groups have lots of money to spend, so they will hire some pretty interesting keynote speakers. And just the other day, Buzz Aldrin, second man to ever put a foot on the moon. I was in the same room with him, listening to him give a speech to a bunch of businessmen. It's amazing. I've tech shows for the President of the United States of America, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, vice presidents, celebrities, athletes, you name it. I have met a lot, and it's really cool, and it's an awesome job. So I just want you guys to keep in mind that YouTube is a hobby of mine, that I do it because it's fun. I don't do it for fame, notoriety, or money. Certainly, I do enjoy the notoriety. I enjoy that. Who wouldn't? Any beating person likes to be. Anybody with a beating heart likes to be recognized. So, I like to believe I do YouTube for the right reasons, and I think good things happen to people that are out there trying to do positive stuff. I try to remain positive, and I love that my channel's growing, and you guys are the reason for that. You guys are the best ever. And another really popular question, everyone wants to know how old I am. Well, I am older than you, so you can just take that to the bank. You can go ahead and put my age somewhere between, go ahead and say 26 and 30 years old, all right? And you can just say which one you want to, and that's how old I am, all right? Why won't I mention it for sure? I don't know. I just like it that everybody wants to know, but nobody knows. It's kind of like my thing now. I just really like fucking with you guys on that. So, hey, thanks for everything, guys. You're being awesome. I look forward to the next year on YouTube, growing with you guys. And if you ever have any questions, leave them down below. I try to answer. I try to read everything. So I'm always there for you. Anyways, this has been my Q&A, guys. It's been your boy Lagging 24, and I will see you next time.